treasures worth billions of dollars that disappeared beneath the seas for mysterious reasons and caused defeats in wars and the collapse of economies in some countries. Number 10, RMS Republic, a ship that was one of the most famous luxury liners in the early 20th century, before it sank in 1909 near Nantucket after colliding with another ship in thick fog. The real importance of the ship was not the accident itself, but the cargo believed to have been on board. Reports from the search project suggest the presence of gold worth an estimated $3 million at that time, which is equivalent to about $100 million today, in addition to a shipment of silver and jewelry. Some researchers estimate there were about 1 ton of gold within the cargo, making it one of the most mysterious shipwrecks linked to financial treasures in the Atlantic Ocean. Despite ongoing search operations led by Martin Barrell, parts of the treasure remain unconfirmed or not fully recovered, leaving RMS Republic as one of the most fascinating lost gold stories to this day. Number 9, SS Central America, a ship known as the Ship of Gold because it was carrying a massive fortune of gold from California to the United States before it sank in 1857 in the Atlantic Ocean after a devastating hurricane off the coast of South Carolina. The ship was carrying around 12 tons of gold, valued today at approximately $150 million, in addition to rare coins and bullion. But the story didn't end with the sinking. After the wreck was discovered, long legal battles began between explorers and financiers over ownership of the treasure, while some gold coins are still missing today as if part of the wealth disappeared forever into the depths of the ocean. Number 8, Nuestra Señora de Atocha, a ship that was one of the richest Spanish vessels in history before it sank in 1622 near the Florida Keys after a powerful hurricane destroyed the entire fleet. The ship was carrying an enormous fortune of gold, silver, and jewelry, including more than 20 tons of gold and silver and over 100,000 silver pieces, belonging to the Spanish crown, nobles, and wealthy merchants. When the treasure was finally discovered centuries later, the recovered value was estimated at around $450 million, making it one of the most famous and valuable underwater treasures ever recovered in modern history. But reaching the treasure was not easy. After years of legal battles, the case was finally decided in favor of the explorer Mel Fisher and his company, after a historic ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court granting them full rights to the treasure. Number 7, Black Swan, a ship that carried one of the largest shipments of silver and gold coins of its time before it sank in 1804 after a violent British attack that caused it to explode completely at sea. But the story became even crazier more than 200 years later. An American salvage company called Odyssey discovered the wreck and recovered about 594,000 gold and silver coins from the ocean floor, valued at approximately $500 million. For a short time, the world believed the company had become the owner of one of the most valuable underwater treasures ever discovered. But U.S. courts eventually ruled that the treasure belonged to Spain, and the company was forced to return it completely, later transferred to Spanish museums and treasury. Number 6, Whydah Galley, a ship that was one of the most famous pirate ships in history before it sank in 1717 off Cape Cod during a violent storm shortly after being converted into a pirate vessel. Historical accounts suggest it was carrying between 4.5 and 5 tons of gold and silver, along with gold dust, jewelry, and coins looted from merchant ships. When the wreck was discovered in 1984, one of the most important maritime excavation operations in history began, where more than 200,000 artifacts were recovered, making it the first scientifically verified pirate shipwreck in the world. Its value today is estimated at around $500 million, not only because of the precious metals, but because of its rare historical value that made it a key piece in studying the pirate era in the Atlantic Ocean. Number 5, HMS Sussex, a ship that was one of the most powerful British warships in the 16th century, but it sank in 1694 near Gibraltar after a violent storm sent it to the depths of the sea with hundreds of sailors. The most important part was not the sinking itself, but what it was carrying inside. Reports and studies suggest the ship was carrying around 10 tons of gold and silver coins, valued today at more than $1 billion. Nuestra Señora de la Concepción, a ship that was part of the Spanish treasure fleet before it sank in 1641 at Silver Shoals during a voyage carrying a massive fortune bound for Spain. Historical estimates suggest the ship was carrying more than 32 tons of gold, silver, rare coins, pearls, gemstones, and fine Chinese porcelain. Later salvage operations revealed more than 60,000 silver pieces and rare jewelry, making it one of the richest Spanish shipwrecks discovered in the Caribbean, with a value estimated at around $2 billion. Number 3. Flor de la Mar, a ship considered one of the most mysterious treasures in maritime history, because it sank in 1511 near Sumatra while returning from Portuguese campaigns in Southeast Asia, and its wreck has never been found to this day. The ship was massive for its time, and its cargo is estimated at around 15 tons of gold, gemstones, and royal treasures looted from military and trade campaigns in the region. Modern estimates place its value at around $3 billion, and since no confirmed wreck site has ever been discovered, Flor de la Mar remains one of the greatest legendary lost treasures. Number 2, San Jose. The San Jose is not just a sunken ship, but a Spanish war galleon from the 17th century that sank in 1708 at Cartagena after a battle with the British fleet during the War of the Spanish Succession, with the wreck lying at a depth of about 600 meters underwater. What makes it legendary is that it is considered one of the largest known maritime treasure cargoes ever. It includes 11 million coins, 200 tons of silver, gold, and gemstones, with an estimated value today of around $17 billion. The San Jose has become one of the most valuable lost treasures in human history. Number 1, Merchant Royal, a ship known as the richest lost treasure under the sea. It sank in 1641 near Cornwall after water began flooding it while returning from Spanish colonies, carrying a massive fortune belonging to English merchants, Spanish traders, and wealthy European families. The cargo included about 100,000 pounds of gold, 400 silver bars, rare jewels and coins, and the estimated value of the treasure today is more than $20 billion. And the most insane part, the ship completely disappeared, and its wreck has never been officially found, meaning billions of dollars may still be buried beneath the ocean for more than 380 years. Which ship surprised you the most on this list? And do you think these treasures will ever be found, or will they remain buried under the sea forever? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because the next videos will reveal secrets, treasures, and discoveries even more unbelievable than this.